If you think being Delulu is silly, let me remind you something. Being more realistic has kept more people broke than being delusional ever did. And I say this because if you can't even picture yourself being rich or wealthy, don't worry. Your reality will happily keep you broke. Hi, I'm Miss Moitathi, an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, and your favorite and licensed financial surgeon. And in this channel, this is where we cut open the lies that you actually tell yourself about money and stitch you back up with brutal truths. And if you enjoy content like this, support the channel via Buy Me Coffee, link in the description. Or you can simply grab one of my financial tools, like the Chaos Proof Monthly System, linked also below. Trust me, they cost less than one treat yourself Uber Eats night that's actually keeping you broke. Stay with me. Here's the thing. Nothing in this world exists until it's first imagined. An architect doesn't first build concrete. They start by building drawings. A business also doesn't start with money. It starts with the Delulu that this idea will work. So if your inner world is bankrupt, be 100% sure your outer world will follow. Think about it. If your inner voice is on repeat, like, I'll never make money, or I'm not good with money, success is for other people, congratulations. You just built yourself a blueprint for failure. And you see, my friend, that's the tax you pay of being realistic. Because every time you shrink your vision, your reality also shrinks with it. But wait, here's the thing that you don't see coming. You see, being broke in real life is bad. But being broke in your mind, that is financial suicide. You should not be able to afford being broke mentally. Okay? Let's redefine being Delulu, being delusional. It's not about pretending, it's about protection. When you decide that I'm going to be a millionaire or a billionaire, you don't say it just because your bank account agrees. No. You say it to shield yourself from the 1,000 rejections that will laugh in your face. Okay? Because out here, realism will tell you, play safe. Always play safe. But delusion will whisper, you try again. The difference between you and the other person is the choice you make. You either choose to go with being realistic or being delusional. Most people are not broke because they have bad jobs. They are broke because they killed their dream at the first no that they encountered. So yes, you being delusional or being delulu is your survival gear. Okay? But careful, because some way, somehow, people tend to mess it up. And this is how. There's a razor thin line between inspiring delusion and, of course, you having useless fantasies. This is to say, there's good Delulu and there's bad Delulu. Good Delulu looks like, I am writing a best-selling book while you're grinding at 2 a.m., rewriting chapters and mastering the craft. Belief in this instance fuels your actions. What of bad Delulu? This is me saying I am the best-selling author while you've never touched a keyboard. That's not manifestation. That right there is Netflix sedation. So here is the full wealth equation. Unshakable belief, being Delulu, plus relentless action equals results. Okay? Miss one of those and you're finished. You miss one of that and you go from good Delulu to bad Delulu. Because all belief and no action, then that simply makes you a broke daydreamer. And all action without belief, you'll eventually self-sabotage and burn out. But not to worry, this is why I built the instant hustle manual linked below. Because belief without a roadmap is just you hallucinating. That manual, it's for people who want to stop hallucinating wealth and start engineering it. Now, some of you hide behind humility. Let's drag this. Humility is not shrinking your dreams so that you don't make people uncomfortable. Okay? Humility is knowing that you don't know everything, knowing when to shut up, learning faster, and being able to adjust until you win. So yes, stop being humble in the broke way and start being humble in a strategic way. Let me close this with a truth you'll hate, but you need tattooed on your forehead. You see, being delusion, it builds castles in the sky. Action pours cement on the ground. Without both, you either float in clouds of fantasy or drown in the mud of reality. And listen, don't let this video be just another motivational high. If you don't grab a system like the chaos-proof monthly system, you'll be stuck organizing chaos with vibes and sticky notes. And trust me, chaos is undefeated if you don't fight it with structure. So you better have a structure. So go out, be delusional. Believe that whatever it is that you're seeing is possible. I'm sure you've heard of the saying, being Delulu is the Solulu. That's your unfair advantage. But then, work like your rent is due tomorrow. Because in this world we're living in, reality only respects action. So if you don't take action, I promise you nothing will happen. You'll be in the same place next year and in several years to come. Okay? And we don't want that. Anyway, drop a comment below. Are you currently Delulu? Of course, in an inspiring way. Or are you simply daydreaming yourself broke? Let's talk about it. You can also grab the digital products linked below before your next reality check eats you alive. And if you love this content, support me with a coffee. I am Miss Muithathi, your unlicensed finance surgeon, and see you in the next one. But of course, if you're brave enough to face the truth.